Hey, how are you doing today? Are you here for your prescription? Okay. Let me just check that. So I'm gonna need you to just fill in your name quickly. Give you a piece of paper. So just fill in your name for me and your email address, and I'll check for you what's going on. When was the last time that you came for a consultation, a refill maybe? Okay, so it's been a while. Maybe we give you a little bit more, do a checkup again, and then see if we can fix anything. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna enter this in. Okay, so I have you here, and your last checkup was in 2024. Okay, so it's been quite a while. We do want to see how's everything going. Play around with it. Maybe we can help you. How's your sleep going at the moment? Not very good. Okay. I can see that. And what about your mental health? Overall relaxation, how's that looking? Also been on a decline. Okay. Well, that's normal. If you've been taking the tablets for a while, you will see kind of a decrease in how they used to work in the start compared to now. It's very normal. I can see you quite tense around the shoulders, not relaxing. So we do want to, get you all fixed up with a new dose. That is my main concern, that we need to fix something. So why don't we get started with checking some of your vitals? So I'm just going to start by and then we're gonna how does that feel? How are you feeling? Any sensation at all? Nothing. Okay. That is quite alarming for me. I'm just going to grab something over here and just gonna lightly just how does that? Still nothing. If we lightly maybe still I'm not feeling, it's just not working. Okay, well, so something is wrong. We just need to figure out what it is. Maybe you're just sick, of the slow stuff. Maybe we need to up the tactics a little bit. Let's try something faster. How's that feeling? Okay. perfectly normal for you to kind of be taken a bit back if you are taking the tablets all the time, every day. It does kind of lose its touch, so, but don't worry, we're gonna help you out. Okay, so let me see, what are you currently trying? I'll just pull it up. Okay, so you're trying a lot of propolis recently. Yeah. That's very good for imaginative and for, the personal attention, but it can get a little bit, too much sometimes, I think. I'm just gonna push here that one's off. And then I see you've also got the different sounds, the 100 different triggers in one, in an hour. And are you watching the entire video and still? Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's not good. I would definitely need some. And what brand are you currently using? So there's quite a few out there, but you say you're on the generic, okay? Generic. That one is good, but we've been having some problems with some of the generics recently. You gotta go back to the old school stuff, especially if you're missing out, if you're feeling like, it's just taking longer than it usually should. Maybe we can just change the brand. So the OG, the GB brand, is fantastic. We get a lot of results from it. Lately, the Sarah Lavender brand, also very good. I'll just write you out a script for those two. And I'll hand this one to you. Your insurance. So you are with ASMR Sleep or Sleep Tactics. Okay, you're with that one. Let me just. And it's under your name. Okay. Okay, so I see you here. Okay, and you've been covered for. Okay, so everything's covered for now. You get a renewal at the end of the year, so you could come back at the end of the year and we could do a full checkup for free. And yeah, so you covered there. What I'm thinking is you need to get onto a course of sleep biotics. Now, it's not easy. They do have some symptoms that are on the downside, but it does have a good pick-me-up system. So you will get things like drowsiness, lightheadedness, some very abnormal dreaming going on, but you will be getting the sleep that you need. And that's really good. So we're going to do like a 7-day course. And we're going to do... I'm just going to do it once. We're going to do 3 times a day after meals. Preferably, you can take it 2 at night rather, and then 1 in the afternoon, late afternoon. That's also another one for you. It will be a little bit intense. Don't operate heavy machinery, don't drive, don't do anything crazy. Just normal light desk work, low pressure, and that will just help you kind of, get into that. You could go and fill these downstairs. If there's anything else that I can get for you. We did say that your mental health is looking a little bit intense right now. So I want to see, have you been doing the positive affirmations? No? Okay. Have you been doing the healing? No? Okay. Any relaxation lately? Maybe the talking to you while you sleep, the drawing, the massaging, anything like that? Okay. Okay, so I do want you to go to one of the sleep clinics. We have a few that are really good. I'm gonna write you a note for that as well. I'm gonna write you just a advisement that you do it. It's not compulsory, but I think it will help you. Like I said, the chibi one is really good. But there are others out there that, if this one doesn't work, you could try all of them. It's obviously free of charge, completely covered. And I think it will just really get you back into that space of knowing, okay, this is what works and this isn't what works. We want to be able to give you the best. So try that out. If anything backfires, if you have any problems, you can always come back. We can adjust for you, fix, if something's not working. If you felt like, okay, maybe that worked better, you can come back. We can get that for you. That's what I'm thinking. Another thing is you need to try and lower your expectations in terms of, where is it gonna go? How you're not gonna be sleeping immediately. Unfortunately, it's going to be taking some time. So we want to give you at least like a week or two grace period, and then we'll see how it goes. So you can go down to the pharmacy, get what you need, and if you have any problems, you let them know, and we'll keep in touch. Hi there. Are you coming from the office? Okay. Okay, let me just take that. Okay. Let's just go over. Okay, so I see you've got here a sleep clinic recommendation. Okay, I'm just gonna let you keep that one. You can present it wherever you go, and they'll just give you that. Next up, I see you've got a sleep biotic course. Okay, so 7 days. I have it right here for you. So this is a new brand. I see she started you on a new brand. You were previously on the generic. Okay, well, this one works much better. It's also one of them, just more of a old school brand. So I'll give this one to you, and 3 times a day. And she ran you through all the necessary information. Don't drive, heavy machinery. Okay. Yeah, the side effects are quite intense, so you just want to keep that under the wraps, you know what I mean? But if it does take a heavy toll on you, we can reduce it later on. Next up, okay, so I see this one here. She's got you on trying the tapping, scratching. Okay, so that one's new. Let me just follow that up for you. Okay, so we've got these together. You can see they are the dark ones. I'll show them to you now. They are the dark ones, and then we have the complete white ones. So you take them once a day, an hour before bed, and they should help you sleep. Let me check if we have the syrup form. Okay, so we currently don't have the syrup form. I am so sorry, but I will put a note in your file right now to say that the next order refill that we give you, we will be giving it to you in the syrup form. Let me just make a note of that. But if you want some tips on how to take it like that, you could crush it. It does work. You'll take a syringe and just add some water and keep on pulling, and the tablet will dissolve. Another thing is you could try it with some yogurt or a banana. You can open the capsules and just pour it out. The other tablets you're going to have to crush or just swallow and gulp a whole lot of water down. I'm so sorry. I have anxiety around taking tablets as well, so I understand where you're coming from. I've seen here that you haven't refilled your positive affirmations in a while, so I do recommend that you get a new one. She hasn't given you a note for that one. I think she's trying to first get you sleeping in order, but that one's really important, just, you know, to kind of calm you down. Otherwise it gets a bit tense, you feel a bit emotional, and that kind of throws a lot of things out of whack, which is most of the time the reason why you don't tingle, why you're not sleeping well, why the relaxation is so high. Also, I would recommend that you try this. It is the topical magnesium spray. So you spray it on your feet. If you've had a really heavy day, you can do 6 to 8 sprays underneath your feet, and it will help you sleep, it will help you relax, it will calm you down a little bit. Another thing you can try is the essential oils. Unfortunately, I don't have any here, but the essential oils like chamomile, lavender, they work so well in conjunction to these. There are some other things like L-theanine and magnesium that really help with sleep deprivation and just getting you to bed and knocking you out. Sometimes we just can't get ourselves to do that. So those things in conjunction help really well. Let me just check if I can put in an order for you if you'd like. Where's my pen? Okay, can't seem to find my pen. Okay, let me just edit here. So it is covered by your medical aid. So I can add it in for your next batch. We could do the whole 9 yards. We can do the whole pack. So we do all your refills, including extras just to help you out. And we can try basically everything herbal as well as some of the chemicals and see which combination works best for you. Okay, well, if you have any other questions, again, feel free to send me an email. It is written on the packet. You can send me an email and I'll reply to you and give me like a day. It gets quite busy here, so we like to take our time, you know, answering questions and getting to everybody adequately. But if there's any questions that you have for myself or for the pharmacist, you can just let me know and I'll give it to her. Otherwise, you can come in, ask your questions, we can get it issued if she's in a break, and we can help you out. Okay, well, if that's all for today, I am so glad that you came in, got this done, take it off the bucket list, off your list of things to do. Hopefully you'll be getting the sleep that you need and we won't need to see you again. And your next checkup, I can schedule it if you want to. So So because your insurance is giving you a refill for the 2026 term, we can schedule you in for January. I know it's soon, but I want to keep it high profile. So why don't we do January? Let me just check. So I've got space for January 10th and January 14th. Okay, so in January 10th, and we can say 9 o'clock. Okay. I'll send you a Google reminder just so that you don't forget a week in advance, and I'll call you 2-3 days before just to make sure. Okay, well, thanks so much for coming in, and I'll see you again.